This is Mr. J, and I'm starting our tour of historic Berlin, Maryland, right here in Worcester County in front of the Atlantic Hotel. Some of you might be asking, why is he starting his tour in front of the Atlantic Hotel? Well, if there's one place in Berlin that is linked to both current Berlin and the Berlin of the past, it is the Atlantic Hotel. As the sign says, the Atlantic Hotel was originally founded in 1895. That means this location has been around Berlin to see many historical events. The hotel served as a destination for visitors in the late 1800s as well as the early 1900s. Yet still today, the Atlantic Hotel has guests come to stay and enjoy what life was like in the early 1900s. Even though the visitors that come to the Atlantic Hotel today can experience what life was like long ago, as soon as they step out onto the streets of Berlin, they have a bustling current town full of lots of sights and places to visit. Present-day Berlin is full of amazing shops, wonderful restaurants, and many other sights that brings visitors from all around to the small, cool town of Berlin. That's right, I called Berlin cool because in 2014, Berlin was named as America's coolest small town. Terrific shopping opportunities line the streets of Berlin, providing people with a variety of items that might fit the fancy of just about anybody that comes to this excellent town. Berlin is also full of terrific restaurants and eateries that would appeal to many of your taste buds. I mean, is anyone digging some ice cream? I could eat a cone. So, on any given day, there are numerous spots for people to go shopping and get a bite to eat right here in Berlin, Maryland. However, I have yet to address all of the wonderful special events that are held right here in Berlin at different times of the year. During the spring and summer, you can visit Berlin for the Berlin Farmers Market held on Sundays. Also during the summer, the exciting bathtub races are held in town, as well as the Peach Festival usually occurs in August. The fall brings the Fiddlers Convention for locals and visitors alike. One more great event is the holiday tree lighting, which occurs the day after Thanksgiving. Berlin is successful and is able to pull off all of these planned events due to the local government that runs the town. Berlin has a mayor and a town council. Here is Mr. J standing in front of Berlin's town hall, where the mayor and town council make the important decisions on how to run this amazing small town. The mayor and town council give their best efforts to make not only the visitors of Berlin happy, but also the residents that live here. One important element of current-day Berlin, particularly for the locals that work and live here, is Atlantic General Hospital. So the last place I will discuss is this hospital right behind me as we examine present-day Berlin. Atlantic General Hospital is by far the biggest contributor to our Berlin local economy. The hospital provides hundreds and hundreds of jobs for the locals that live in this area, and also provides a much needed service for both tourists that come to the Berlin Ocean City area and the locals that live here year round. It is an important place in the town of Berlin. Okay, we've covered a bunch of information about current day Berlin. However, Mr. J would love to take you back in time to learn a bit about Berlin's amazing history. We're gonna journey and look back at the history and the past of Berlin, Maryland. The history of Berlin goes all the way back to the 1600s. At about 1650, Berlin was part of the Philadelphia Post Road. It was part of the route that the Postal Service used to deliver mail to many different cities across the East Coast of the United States. Cities like Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C. It's likely due to that Philadelphia Post Road that people started coming to the Berlin area and realizing what this part of Worcester County had to offer. So earlier in our tour, I discussed that, current day Berlin, the major economy is linked to the hospital and to tourism. However, in the past, agriculture was king in Berlin. Which brings me to Windy Brow, home of the Harrison family. They are an important part to Berlin's history because their agriculture business is one of the things that helped establish Berlin on the map. Acres and acres of Berlin used to be owned by Joseph Harrison. He established peach orchards, and those peach orchards made Berlin a famous destination. Around 1885, Mr. Harrison established his peach orchard business, and they became famous all across the country. As a matter of fact, rail cars used to come to Berlin, load up his peaches, and ship them all over the East Coast of the United States. Over the years, the Harrison family agriculture business expanded. They started to grow pears, grapes, strawberries, and shrubs that were also sold to many happy customers, making their business quite successful. So the Peach Festival that's annually celebrated here in the town of Berlin was hugely influenced by the Harrison family and their contribution to the history of this amazing town. All right, let's walk to another historical spot in Berlin. As you drive or walk into town, you might see this beautiful white building on Main Street. Behind me is the beautiful white building you just saw. It is the Calvin B. Taylor Museum. If you come here today, you can look at many artifacts that would help you learn about the history of Berlin. But this house has been here for a long time. Let me explain. In 1890, Calvin B. Taylor started the Calvin B. Taylor Bank, which is actually still on Main Street of Berlin today. In the Worcester County community, many of you might just know it as Taylor Bank. Calvin B. Taylor was obviously a famous banker from the town of Berlin. He also served as the mayor of Berlin for many, many years. Calvin B. Taylor, the bank he founded, and this beautiful historic building are just another portion of Berlin's rich history. All right, that concludes today's walking teacher tour of Berlin, Maryland, right here in your very own Worcester County. I've only scratched the surface of what you could learn about this amazing place. So go out there, research more about Berlin, learn all you can about its history and the way things are today in this cool small town. Hopefully, I can do some teaching and walking again with you in the near future.